Food and Friends started at the very worst of the AIDS epidemic, some of the darkest days, when families had abandoned people with AIDS and they were in their homes without food, where hospital staff wouldn't bring food into a patient. Carla Gorell saw the need, tapped restaurants to begin packaging meals and volunteers to deliver them, and that's how we got started.
Food and Friends delivers medically tailored meals to the homes of people who are living with really serious chronic illnesses. And a medically tailored meal is designed by a dietitian to meet the needs of that individual person, the illness that they have, the stage of the illness that they may happen to be at, and so it's really using nutrition knowledge and science to make sure that they're getting the best food possible to help them manage their illness at home. Along with that, those same dietitians also provide counseling to our clients, and so we're providing both the access to food and the knowledge about food that they need to be well.
What separates Food and Friends from other food services programs is that we really provide a high quality service that's really unique. It's really individually tailored for all of our clients' needs. So from the moment that a client comes on service, we are able to have their medical information to really be able to gauge their current medical status and their medical needs, and therefore we're able to tailor their dietary needs accordingly.
I want to say thank you. May God bless all the people who give the food. Look at me now, I'm healthy. I'm healthy.
So one of my first responsibilities as a new board member at Food and Friends was to help interview candidates for the executive director. And the candidate who immediately rose to the top was Craig Shniderman. And this was back in 1994. So Craig and I basically grew up together at Food and Friends.
In 1995, when Craig was hired, it was a very different world for AIDS and for Food and Friends. We were in a cramped church basement. We were serving people who were gravely ill and certain to die. Our volunteers, many of whom were themselves infected, were also, many of them, likely to die. We were not a thriving organization. We were barely surviving. And Craig stepped into what was truly a crisis and turned us around and turned us into what we are today.
Craig has helped Food and Friends evolve during a period where a lot of other AIDS services organizations have fallen by the wayside. Because happily the need for daily services, nutritional services for AIDS patients has abated some with the advent of new medications. But the need for nutritional services for people with other diseases certainly exists, and Craig recognized that very early on. So Food and Friends expanded its services to people with cancer, now people with diabetes, and expanded the geographic scope of our services.
Craig Shniderman is unique. He's got passion, he's got conviction, and at the same time he's got tremendous warmth.
When I think of Craig, the first thing I think of is just boundless energy, constant optimism, and just his unwavering dedication. He is always there. I think he has truly crafted a team that mirrors his commitment to serving others, his passion, the fact that he will never give up. No is not an answer for Craig, not an acceptable answer. And I think his team mirrors that. There is nothing that he won't do or the team won't do to serve our clients.
And that drive to do more for more people is why I'll miss Craig and why I think all of us will truly miss him.
This recognition is not simply a recognition of the success of Food and Friends for our first 30 years, but it is a recognition of my commitment and our collective commitment to a great future for this organization. It's looking forward, it's looking down the road around the next bend that has always made us successful.
First of all, thank you, Craig, for 23 years of seeing you dress up in drag. No, more importantly, I should say thank you to Judy and your family for putting up with you for dressing in drag for all those years. But it really did break the ice for every staff person who worked here.
Your passion, your commitment, your conviction, your inspiration, coupled with the joy that you show in being around your people, being around your friends, being around your life's work is an inspiration to me.
Thank you on behalf of our clients who have been served. And Here's to the next 23 years for you, Judy, and the family. Thank you.
Craig, thank you for all you've done for the millions of people served by Food and Friends. Thank you for providing inspired leadership to the staff. Thank you for being a rock to the board of directors. And thank you personally for being my dear friend. I look forward to that continuing for many years to come. Congratulations on being this year's Chef's Best honoree.